This is homework 6, part 2, where we have a feedback loop from the ALU output into the finite state machine. For the ALU, these are the operations that are included: AND, OR, NAND, and NOR in that order. And then for the finite state machine, we have OR and NAND for the feedback. We're checking the first bit from the right of the output of the ALU, and if it's 0, we're doing OR. If it's 1, we're doing NAND. So if we go to the waveform, we start with these inputs, 0, 0, 0, 0, which is going to give us a 0 on the output on the furthest to the right. So our first operation should be OR, which is correct. You see our output matches these two. It's OR'd. Then we go here, we see it switches to NAND actually. So the output, because it was a 1, if we go back to the finite state machine, we see that we check our feedback for the furthest right. If it's a 1, it's a NAND. So because it's a NAND, then that changes at the next rising clock edge, which changes it to NAND, this is correct. It says 0 in the output on this side because 1 and 1 is 0. The rest are 1. It's NAND. So it sort of flips back and forth between the two until our input changes. And we change the input. So here we have it being NANDed with each other again. Here we have it OR'd, so it does the NAND. It results in a 0 in the output, which is correct. And then at the next rising clock edge, it swaps to OR. So here we see the OR being output. It switches to OR right there, and then it outputs to OR right here, which is correct. So it properly swaps between OR and NAND depending on the output of the ALU, and it adjusts during the rising clock edge.